Will the Uber and Lyft strike lead to surge pricing for drivers? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think? Will you be striking against Uber and Lyft before the Uber IPO? Let me know in the comment section below. What are your thoughts? So, if you guys didn't know, Uber is going public in the stock market, which means that now people like you and me can invest in them, and also big investors can now invest in them. And what a better time than now to go on strike, in order to kind of take something back from Uber. So will the Uber strike, a bunch of drivers, lead to surge pricing for drivers who do want to strike? As you guys have seen, I actually posted on my YouTube channel, the Rideshare Hub. I love doing surveys, and so what I did, as you can see here, I asked drivers, my audience, which are all rideshare drivers, will you be striking? Most of them said no, 64%. And I'm curious as to why. So as you can see here, I gotta admit that I'm not affected by the strike. This guy is striking though. I don't know, yes. Basically, if you go on Google right now, look at this, go on Google, do this with me guys. So you go on Google, type in Uber driver strike. I'll just do it for you so you don't have to do it. Look at all of these sources. We got Vox, CNBC, AM New York, Mashable, Yahoo, Chrome 4, CNBC, Gizmodo. Why Uber drivers will strike around the world, guys. This is now international. This is insane. I have never seen anything like this before. If you guys remember, I believe it was before the Lyft IPO, or around then, drivers did go on strike. It was also around the Uber rate cuts, and maybe one or two news outlets covered it. But now, a week ago, my mom was like, yo, Dylan, because she knows I run this channel, she's like, Dylan, have you heard about the strike? Like, my mom's never driven for Lyft or Uber, and she knows about it. So if people who, don't even drive know about this international Uber and Lyft strike, then it's saying something, this is now mainstream. So let's check out this article from Gizmodo. Gizmodo has millions of people reading them. Why Uber and drivers will strike around the world. We're just days out of Uber making its multi-billion-dollar move to the New York Stock Exchange, and thousands of drivers from around the world are preparing to launch a series of strikes, protests on Wednesday in an effort to fight for better pay and better treatment. Uber, however, expects their driver satisfaction problem to only get worse. With a strike, we want to deliver a message to the greedy companies who used to reach their goals. Look at how to help drivers make their living and survive. Treat us as human beings. Here are the cities right here, guys. San Francisco, LA, San Diego, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Chicago, and Boston. If you guys didn't know, if you didn't recognize this trend, all of those cities are the biggest cities with the most amount of Uber and Lyft drivers. And Philadelphia as well, sorry. So yeah, if you're in one of those cities, will you be striking? And even if you're not, basically the only way to strike is to turn off your app and not drive. So will this lead to surge pricing for people who do go out to drive? Let me see if there's anything else interesting in this. Executives, founders, investors, and corporate employees stand to make billions so these are the people who are profiting: executive, founders, and investors, and corporate employees. Anyone who's an employee of Uber, I actually do know some employees at Uber, so they will be making a lot of money. But of course, drivers like you and me, we will not be getting anything. In fact, we'll probably be taking a little bit of a cut. Pretty insane, guys. This is crazy. this is like, I know I've been making a lot of videos on the Uber strike, but this is huge news for us drivers. Like, you know what I mean? We're in the news, guys. We made national coverage. In particular, this is what Uber said here. Look at this. In particular, we aim to reduce driver incentives to improve our financial performance. We expect drivers' dissatisfaction to increase. So Uber just flat out said that they expect drivers to be less satisfied in the future. I already thought drivers were pretty unsatisfied. So to say that they're becoming more dissatisfied, that's crazy. And Uber said that themselves when they did file for their IPO. The first globally coordinated day of action against Uber is to send a loud and clear message that drivers have had enough. Have had enough for one day. And then I wouldn't be surprised if all of those drivers log back in on the next day. It would be interesting if drivers decided to boycott and just stop driving altogether, or maybe for the week. But then, new drivers will sign up and replace them. But Uber driver Rebecca Stack told Gizmo, drivers across the globe have similar demands to pay us a living wage, voice at work, transparency around pay, blah, 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 and recognition that drivers are the one who built this company. This is not true, though. Unfortunately, drivers did not build the company. The founders and investors and corporate employees did build the company. So that, I do not agree with this at all. I don't think this is, drivers are not the ones who built the company. Drivers are essentially the customers. It's a two-sided marketplace. You have the passengers, and then you have the drivers. Both people are benefiting. So, at the end of the day, the drivers are just, like you and me. We didn't build the company. We're benefiting from it. So, we hope this global day of action compels Uber to pay their drivers a living wage and to build more equitable relationships with the people who are at the heart of their company. An Uber spokesperson said this. Okay, this is important because this is Uber talking here. Drivers are at the heart of our service. We can't succeed without them. And thousands of people who come into work every day focus on how to make their experience better on and off the road. Whether it's more consistent earnings, stronger insurance protections, that would be great, insurance protections, or fully funded 4-year degrees for the drivers or families. This is something that great that they're already doing is this. That's with Uber Pro. We'll continue working to improve the experience for and with drivers. In addition to strikes and protests around the world, one focal point will be a strike at Uber's San Francisco headquarters at noon on May 8th. That's tomorrow. I might be there, so look out for me on the news. Gig workers rising. A driver advocacy group in Northern California expect several hundred drivers to show up at Uber HQ. Guys, you think that's a lot? Several hundred? There's 2 million drivers in the United States alone, at least, if not more. So a couple hundred. What's that? Let me do the math on here. So we have 2 million drivers. What? How do you do that? 2 million divided by times couple hundred, let's say 300 people, divided by 2 million, divided by 300, 6,000. So what's 100 divided by 6,000? That's not even 0.01%. So that's not very many drivers, unfortunately, that will be at, but again, it's making national news. So I just don't think when people say there's going to be so many drivers, several hundred of them, there's 2 million. Let's also keep that in mind. Most of the drivers in San Francisco are working 70 to 80 hours a week in order to survive in the city. Living expenses increase, gas prices, that's a huge one, guys, right here. Gas prices are so expensive right now. It's like $4 to $5 in the city. Food expenses increase, everything getting more expensive in order to live in SF. We have to drive more and more, deal with health and stress problems, but Uber doesn't care. Okay, Uber does care. They're just, you know, they're accommodating. What Uber is doing is decreasing pay to drivers. That is true. I will agree with that. So, let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Are you gonna strike? Do you think the strike's gonna be successful? I wanna hear what you guys think. Again, my name is Dylan. This is the Rideshare Hub. Like this video, give this video a huge thumbs up. Smash that thumbs up button, guys. And, or give it a little Thanos snap of the fingers. Anyways, guys, you guys are amazing. I will hopefully talk to you all soon. And let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think about the strike? Is it gonna work? Are you gonna invest in Uber? I highly doubt it, but I might invest a couple $100 in a couple Uber stocks. All right, guys, you guys are the best. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe so you never miss another video on Uber and Lyft. This is the best rideshare channel for Uber and Lyft drivers. Posting like 3 videos a day recently, so I don't know, there's just so much to cover, and I want to give you guys the best, most up-to-date content. So, you know, you guys deserve it because you guys are working hard out there. So, all right, after this week, we're getting back into more tips and tricks on how to make more money as a driver after the whole strike ends. Okay, I'll talk to you, and updates with the strike too. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. And I might live stream the strike tomorrow, so be on the lookout. All right, guys, you guys are the best. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.